Hi, this is Deb, and thanks for watching. I am on here because I'm venting. And I'm venting because, not because I have to fill out these papers for Social Security, um, but for the simple fact that I'm on SSI. Um, so if you don't know, SSI is for people that don't have a disability, like someone that has muscular dystrophy or something like that, that is so severe that they can't work, they can't do anything for themselves, that have, whatever. So like SSDI is different. It's Social Security Disability. SSI is Social Security Supplemental Income. Um, So I have it because of my bipolar, mostly, and my fibromyalgia. Somehow that got on there, I don't know. But anyway, so my problem here is I've been thinking a lot. And, how I wish that I could go to school, because there may be a time that I don't qualify anymore. That's why I have to do these papers, and I do them every year. It's redetermination to see if I still qualify. They ask you a bunch of questions like what do you do on a daily basis, if you need help doing things, reminders, taking care of pets, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, doctors you've seen through the year, addresses, phone numbers of all of them. So now on to the thing that really irks me here. So I was thinking, I wish I could go back to school to learn something valuable just in case I don't qualify for Social Security anymore. And the thing that drives me crazy is with SSI, depending on your age, like, obviously my grandma and my great aunt in their 80s, and my mother in law is almost 60, so, pretty much depending on what you have SSI for, you really can't work. Of course, I think my mother in law has SSDI, which is a lot different. So, um, you know, anyway, their whole thing is when I got approved in 2005, I got my award letter, which is just stating, hey, you got Social Security, this is how much you'll be getting a month, um, blah, blah, blah. And they gave me a ticket to work, you know. Um, you're only allowed 32 hours a week or less. Um, and yet, you can also get your GED. You cannot go to school after you get that. And because if you go to school, they consider it as you can work. Okay, then. So why do you tell me I can work 32 freaking hours, but I can't go to school to learn something in case, I don't qualify anymore, to have something to fall back on? So it doesn't really make any sense considering the fact that if you learn a trade or you go to business school, and want your own business, you can literally have your own freaking hours and say, oh, I'm only going to work 32 hours this week. I mean, as long as you're only making the amount of money that it says, you know, that adds up your Social Security money that's coming in, and the amount before taxes, falls right where it needs to with Social Security, you're fine, you know, including when you're married, because they will count your spouses as well. And if they are working, they will take money off of your Social Security. Or if their amount is gonna completely take over what yours is, then like here in Colorado, what they told me is you won't necessarily lose it. It will just go down to zero. So you won't get any money. But that's just, I don't know if not condescending, but it's like, so you don't want me to work, after I go to, you don't want me to go to school because that means I can work, but you tell me I can still work, but it has to be 32 hours or under. And if I'm going to school, I'm not making any money, I'm just freaking sitting there in class, and doing my schoolwork at home. It's just so stupid. It really, really is. I mean, I can understand if it's SSDI, but when it comes to SSI, I mean, we can get it taken away from us if they deem it that we don't qualify anymore, Um, so why not have something that we can fall back on? It's not like, you know, we're people who are illiterate and ignorant and stupid. Pretty sure ignorant and stupid are the same things. So, whatever. But, you know, it just drives me crazy. It's like the person that made this rule, were they like some rich person, thinking that people who get SSI are a lower class and don't deserve, to be well educated or something? I don't know, you know? I mean, there are certain internships or whatever that you don't even get paid for either. So you can go to school, do that, and then once you're done with that, you don't have to get freaking hired. You can just continue to go and get updated on, new information that's out there depending on, what it is you're doing, and that way when the time comes, if you don't qualify for Social Security anymore, bam, you have something to fall back on, but they don't look at it that way, you know? And then, so I don't know. It just really, really, really bugs me a lot. It does. Um, is I had to stop going to school because, well, for one, I was going to school for criminal justice with the emphasis of forensic psychology. Sorry, I had to think for a minute. And I was doing great, you know. And two reasons I had to quit: the school wouldn't work with me while I got my GED, you know. And I thought they would because I was getting 4.0s in the whole thing, And they're like, "No, we can't work with you." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me right now? Because I am at a 4.0 GPA and you can't even work with me on that?" I mean, seriously, I was already studying my GED, so I could take the freaking test. You're not even going to work with me on that. And two, you know, because I found out with Social Security, you can't go to school because you can work, you know. And so I had to quit that. So yeah, I can get my GED. That's about it. Um, anything I do, if I start my own business, Social Security will automatically know about it. Get a bank account, put money in it, Social Security will know about it. So pretty much anything that deals with my Social freaking Security number, they will know about it. When I had to get a job while um trying to get my Social Security, they found out about it, and my attorney was like, "Hey, does this look familiar?" I'm like, "Yeah, I had to get a job because my family was struggling. I couldn't just sit there and, you know, watch us drowning, you know." And I still was able to get Social Security. Obviously, I'm on it, but it just sucks. Um, and don't know how many times, like, for example, I'm, bipolar. So it's a requirement that you are on medication and therapy and psychiatrist. So every year when you do that redetermination, they're probably looking to see if you're going to put a therapist, psychiatrist, um, medication for mental illness on there, whatever. Bipolar or my fibro. No, I'm not currently on medication for that because the two medications I'm aware of, Lyrica, which I was on, made my legs and feet swell extremely bad, to the point where it was like they couldn't swell anymore, or they freaking explode. Gabapentin, pretty much the same thing as Lyrica, so couldn't take that either. So, winter hits, I'm SOL. All bad days for me. Constantly in pain. Um, but yeah, so they'll know anything and everything that if your Social Security is attached to it. So if you think that you can go to school while trying to apply for Social Security, or if you're on Social Security and want to go to school, just know that they will find out about it. It may take them a little bit, but they will find out about it. So yeah. Oh no, this is just a ranting video, so that's about it. But I love y'all. Bye.